Hello and welcome to the practical walkthrough on two-way communications RET. In this walkthrough, we are going to build our new two-way communication RET to implement our design, which we have already discussed in the previous lecture. So we have M message, B beep, S shutdown, and H help. And I'm going to add one more, which is not shown here, which is P for playing a sound. So let's get started. So open up your Visual Studio 2019 and click on the button Create a New Project. And make sure it's C# Windows Desktop. Select the Windows Forms App.NET framework and click on Next. And here we are going to give it a name 04-2-way-ret, and the location is the same folder, ret projects, and click on create. Now we'll make the form opacity to 0, so select on the form, come down to the properties, and then look for opacity and set it to 0. Hit enter. And then we are going to insert a form load. We are going to insert a form shown event handler. So click on the lightning icon and scroll down to form shown and select it and double click on it. So in here we are now going to copy and paste our code. So please download this file from the resource section. First we will include all the libraries. So we copy the libraries, come up to the top, delete whatever is in here, and then paste the libraries. Next we will go and copy everything in here and replace the public form1 class. So we delete this first. Now we are going to copy from here all the form1 class. Select all these. So select everything that is in the namespace from here until here, and then copy it, click inside here and paste it. Now I'm going to explain how this thing works. So let's click on save. So there is something new here, StreamWriter. StreamWriter is a class that is used for server to send back data to the client. So this is something new you have to declare here. And then something extra here is your thread to play sound. This is something new. We are going to play a sound which is already available in your Windows machine. And then here is also something new, commands from client. We declare constants for each of the strings. H, the constant is help, M, the constant is message, B, the constant is beep, and P, the constant is play sound, and S, the constant is shutdown server. So the reason we do this is because the constant name is more meaningful than just the character itself. And I will show you how it's being used later on at the bottom. And then down here, we declare the menu that we are going to send from the server back to the client when the client requests for help. Over here, H help, you are going to send this back to the client. So the menu is going to be like this, command menu and then new line. Remember in the first few lessons I got mentioned that \R/\N is enter key on the keyboard. So when you want to simulate enter key to go to a new line, you will insert this at the back of the string. The plus here is to concatenate. Concatenate means to join all these strings together. So it becomes one long string. And then down here we have our usual hide and TCP listener start, and this is something new. This is another way for creating a perpetual loop. Earlier on we create a perpetual loop using the while true statement. There is another way, is using a for statement with an empty parameters. So you just put 2 semicolon. Normally we put parameters here, here and here, but now we leave it empty. So the effect of this is to create a perpetual loop. Now the reason why we do this is because whenever the client disconnects suddenly, we want to be able to continue to create a new server, a new run server process. So that is why we do it this way. So remember, when the client suddenly disconnects, it will be caught in the catch block and there will be a cleanup. And the cleanup will actually just do this, close all the streams and everything. And then we want to restart the server again whenever the client disconnects. That is why we do it like this. So this makes the server more robust, so that whenever there's an error because of a client disconnects, the server will respawn itself using this method. So now come to the server. So the server has got everything which is the same as before, except this new line here, which is a stream writer. So the stream writer is going to write to the stream to send data back to the client. So you'll be seeing that at the bottom here, for example here. So here is a message loop, same as before. There is something new though, this line. So and we are now using constants instead of the character H. So you see here, all these are constants. So these constants are more meaningful than just putting characters H or M or B, because this thing, when you just read it, you can know what it does. So that's the reason why we declare constants here, to make our code easier to read and easier to understand. So now over here, if the client sends a help command, you are going to use the stream writer to write to the stream. So that's why we use a stream writer. Right, over here we create a stream writer out of the network stream, and over here we can write to the stream. So we are going to write this string help menu. So this string help menu has already been defined here, string help. So we are merely sending this back to the client so that the client can see this menu. So that's how it works. After that, you need to flush. Once you flush, you push everything over to the client. That is the reason why you flush it. So now you can see the usefulness of creating constants. So here you have help and here you have message. So when the client sends a message command, we are going to pop up a message box by calling the message command function down here. And then when the client sends a beep command, we are going to sound a beep by calling the beep command function, same as before. And this is something new here. When the client sends a play sound command, we are going to play the sound. So to do that, we have a new function called play sound command, which is down here. So play sound command makes use of the class called system media sound player. So here we declare a sound player using the system media sound player constructor, and then assign it to this object called sound player. Maybe if I put it like this, it's easier to read, like this. And then over here, you can call the sound location property. You can set the sound location property to the location where the sound file is found on your machine. So C Windows Media Chimes is found in your C drive. Go to Windows and then go to Media, and then From here you can see all the sound that you can play. So the one we are accessing is your chimes sound, which is this one. So if you like, you can experiment with the other files, sound files in here, and see how it goes. And then the reason why we put the %a here is to tell the program that this is a string, so that we will not interpret the / character as a escape symbol. Otherwise, this /c /m might be wrongly interpreted as a escape symbol. In programming, escape symbol is used in a special way. For example, over here we have our \n to tell the program that this is a carriage return and new line character. So over here we don't want this /m and /c to be interpreted in that way. That's why we put a in front. So after that, we can call the sound player's play function to play this sound. So if you wanted to change the sound file that you want to play, just substitute this line here with a different sound file. In the next video, we are going to compile, build this, and test it out. So see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.